Hello there, friends. How are you? I'm Nancy Myrland. I keep hearing from a lot of my clients and other colleagues that they really aren't comfortable with how they look on Zoom and they haven't found a comfort level yet. And so I want to show you a couple settings. You need to pay attention to these settings because they will help you feel a little bit more at ease before you go live and on Zoom and at least let you know some things. And I'm not sure everybody knows that these exist. Many of you probably do. Let me know in the chat if you are. But let's talk about these settings that I want you to think about and I want you to use before you ever enter someone else's Zoom meeting or before you go live. Well, if we haven't met, I'm Nancy Myrland with Myrland Marketing and Social Media, and I'm a marketing content social and digital media speaker, trainer, and advisor for lawyers and their legal marketers. All right, let's talk about this. Again, Zoom pre-meeting audio and video settings that are an absolute must. And want to make sure I don't miss your comments. So I'll put those in. I'm going to screen share here for just a second because I want to show you something first. Do you know when you first start to go live on someone else's meeting, you've been invited in. What I want you to do is I want you to go a little bit early because what you are first going to see is this. And yes, you're going to see a little window that pops up that says, please wait for the host to start this meeting. And this, for example, is a virtual lunch that I attend whenever I can. My friend Ari Kaplan hosts it, has now for just about 12 months, almost 12 months during the pandemic. And those of us that can join him daily from 12 to 1. I can't join him every day, but I do when I can. And so this is what I met with. And before he ever lets me into the room, I can come here and I can adjust a few settings. You also will find these same settings even if you are live. Let's say you are hosting a Zoom meeting or Zoom webinar, and you can do these. I'll show you the settings for that instance as well. So again, these are to help you feel more comfortable. So let me stop this screen share and I'm going to screen share over to Zoom for just a little bit. Kind of meta, isn't it? And let me choose an application window and I want you to see Zoom. And I'm going to make sure that we're good there. Yes. Yeah, I think. Yep, you can see it. There it is. All right, I'm going to move it up a little bit just in case. All right. So when you are on Zoom, before you ever get there, what you can do, and let me get rid of my little banner here. Go away. All right. Then what you can do is, here is Zoom. Let me know if you can see this okay. Let me know in the comments. Hey, thanks, Steve. Steve Powell, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. And so what I want you to do is to pay attention to, look down here in this bottom corner, and you will see these settings often, on probably every day, if you're in Zoom meetings like I am. And so down here, you'll see a couple of things: join audio and start video. I always have the setting turned on where my video and my audio are not active when I go live on Zoom, because I want to make sure that I am at my desk, in my chair, sitting how I want, positioned how I want. My microphone's okay. So I'm going to make sure. So I have those settings turned off or turned on, however you want to look at it, in my Zoom main settings. So when I get there, this is what I'm going to see. So I am already in the meeting. When the instance I just showed you a moment ago, the screenshot where you are waiting for the host to let you in, you have clicked on check audio settings. And when you click on check audio settings, let me show you what you're going to see. So I'm down here and I see where it says join audio settings. This is the exact same thing that you are going to see before your host, let me pull this over, cover me up, before your host ever lets you into the meeting. And so this window is going to pop up, and this is your magic window, by the way. This is why we're here today. Where it says audio, you can do a number of things. You can test your speaker. Yep, I can hear okay. I'm okay with that. If not, I'll turn it up. I'll turn it down. This is obviously, you know this, where you check your speakers and make sure you have the right speakers chosen. You can test your microphone as well. We can see that I am live on this microphone, so we're okay there. No problem there. Okay, that's audio. And that's what that little, where I showed you that screenshot where it said test audio before they let you in, that leads you to believe that's all you can adjust. Well, hold on tight, my friends, because look right up above here to video. And if you see video right up above audio, I want you to go to video. Now, I am not going to show up in this gray box today like I normally would. If I was not recording on StreamYard, which I'm using to go live to you, has a hold of my camera. So we can't broadcast live to two places, two applications, cannot use my camera at once. So for today, this is gray. And so what you would have an opportunity to do is look at yourself here in this window before your host ever lets you in. Or again, if you are going live on Zoom and you want to check your settings in advance, this is what you would do. So you would check this out, and you can do a couple different things. You can mirror your video if you want, but what we're really talking about is making sure you are more comfortable with how you look. By now, you have all probably discovered Touch Up My Appearance. If you haven't, then this might become your very best friend. I sort of have it set a little bit to the lower end, and Braden, thank you very much. And yeah, and so what we want to do is to touch up my appearance, and you can make that very soft and no touching up. Or if you think you are really not comfortable, then you can just toggle this all the way over. I would recommend not doing that because it can make you look so soft that your video, your picture is not sharp. All right, so don't do that. I mean, do it if you want, but it's my recommendation that you don't. And again, if you have bad light, if you have poor light, I have a lot of windows in here, so I am lucky in that respect. If you are not in a well-lit area, if you don't have a little ring light, which I do behind my monitor, then you might want to toggle adjust for low light on. I don't do that because I think it washes people out. And you can do a couple other things. And this is where turn off my video and join a meeting, the things I talked about just a moment ago. So again, when you are waiting, in a couple different instances, when you are waiting for, and let me stop screen sharing so I can talk to you directly. When you are waiting for your host to let you in to his or her meeting, then what I want you to do, and let me stop my Zoom, I want to get my Zoom window out of the way. Then what I want you to do is when it says check audio settings, and for those of you who weren't here, I'm going to just show you that screen share again, because what you will get is you will see this right here when you're waiting for someone to let you in. You will see this, and it's a little spinning around, test computer audio. So this is what I want you to pay attention to, is test computer audio. And so when you are testing your audio, then I want you to go into video settings also, and I want you to adjust those as well. If you still aren't happy, then what I would refer you to, I did 2 other videos on Zoom best practices, and I will try to remember to link those for you. And also I would have you pay attention to those, because there are some other little tricks that you can pay attention to that will help you feel more comfortable, and will actually adjust your camera and adjust lighting and other things so that you do have a comfort level with what you're doing on Zoom. Well, all right. Again, let me remind you, I'm Nancy Myrland with Myrland Marketing and Social Media. If you have any questions for me, just email me, nancy@myrlandmarketing.com, or you can find me and my blog and my podcast and my videos at myrlandmarketing.com. But again, these Zoom pre-meeting settings are an absolute must, and I recommend you pay attention to them, whether you are hosting a meeting or whether you are entering someone else's meeting. All right, take care. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Again, Nancy Myrland. Take care.